He's moved in position as well, but yeah, we'll see how they go.
Number 26, local driver from Queenstown here, Sean Fowler. Is he gone already?
No, it's about a 30-second gap to the next group.
So he's away. Now the flag drop. So it's Templeton.
The next group's got about a 20-second gap.
So it's a time difference between these drivers, all designed for the drivers to try and get a bit of clear air out in front, make the most of it. Great conditions here in Cromwell, around about 50k out of Queenstown, so lots of locals from the central Otago area enjoying their chance to go racing on their hometown track, Highlands, one of the best motor racing facilities, if not the best in the country at the moment. Paul Bowden, that 68 Camaro, so a big range of Camaros, Commodores, Mustangs, Tiranas, you name it. The NZ Central Muscle Cars just growing in strength to strength year by year, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah. Bruce Kett's off to a flyer there.
Big Monza charging through the field. Tirana, Clark Hopkins.
Clark Hopkins' car, they had the whole diff and everything out of the back of that yesterday after the accident with the car 66, the Ross Roof Group car.
And it would have been a very busy pit overnight too, with a lot of drivers, you know, changing gearboxes and being forced to do mechanical repairs.
Yeah, Steve Neuer had in the Moselle's Mustang. He had a clutch issue yesterday, so they had the gearbox out on the floor this morning, getting stones out from underneath the car. He ended up in a sand trap yesterday. So yeah, there's a bit of work going on this morning, and it's good to see them back out there.
So here they are, the faster guys starting to work their way back up through the field. Big display of fantastic muscle power here at Highlands Motorsport Park. Third race of the weekend. You can see the heat. Track temperatures yesterday got up to around about 50 degrees.
Yeah, that's Shane Holland in the Borough Cartage and Hire Camaro. He's actually leading the Group 2 at the moment, and he's obviously trying to make a move on Clark Hopkins, who's in the Group 1 car.
Great sound as they thunder down the main straight. This is their little kink going up before the bridge. Good place to pass, and a good place to pass coming down if you're good under the brakes coming off the bridge. If you're not, then you can cause an accident. We've seen a few spots around there, so these guys just working their way up through the field now. Tyre conditions will start to take effect. Cooler this morning, now starting to really warm up. 22 degrees at the moment in Cromwell, on our way to 28. So it's Fowler still out in front from Queenstown. Janine Douglas, well, she almost had a chance to pinch a win yesterday in the 888 car, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. But as the cars come up behind them, you know, they look in their mirrors and then they start to panic and things happen. You know, you lose your cool, or you're not going as fast as you were going before because, you know, it distracts your driving basically, and you're not concentrating on where you're going.
The big green Dodge of one of the local
Dwayne Ingley
from Queenstown in Invercargill. Look at that, that's a beauty, isn't it? Good to see the Dodges out there along with the Camaros and the Mustangs, and you know, there's talk about getting the modern day TA2 cars for the V8, so you got the central muscle cars, the old style from the 60s and the 70s, and get into the new ones, which would be great. Templeton and the old Holden dealer Marlborough 05 Commodore for the days of Peter Brock. Working their way around turn 8. This is the back part of the circuit, down to what they term as the alien bend. There's a spaceship you can just see up there in the corner of your screen. Big wide entrance into the hairpin, down by that sort of elbow. There's now the big flying straight.
There's Tony Boyden coming up on Steve Neuer. He actually went off. He was leading and went off on the last corner before the checkered flag. He actually got a flat tyre. He clipped something on the track, a bit of concrete or something, and had a flat tyre. So it's lucky he wasn't going round the last corner. Otherwise, it would have been
just around here, coming off Jed's dip, Jed's hump, number 48, the Commodore. Right there, that's where the flatty happened, and it was on the last lap, the last corner, which allowed Foggy to chance to pitch up and sneak the win, grab the win. Amazing result. So 6 laps, 6 to go out of the 8-lapper. Fowler, Douglas, Templeton still out in front, followed by Borden, Sinclair. The rest of the field working their way through this bus stop around the Southern Loop. Great turn here. Take a look at this on the BP Ultimate Replay. Get some air, brother. Clark, look at these guys. Oh, yeah, that's Dukes of Hazzard stuff for sure. Up and over the bridge and getting some air, which is one of the great features about this track. So much variety from the driving point of view, and so busy behind the wheel. You've got to be really switched on and focused, which is why the drivers love coming back here after 4 years for the muscle cars.
Definitely, yeah. Like it's a good place to be, good weather. You know, like we've been down here where it's raining before and that sort of thing, but when you have days like this, the cars can actually get out and perform a lot better than what they will in the wet. You know, it's makes it pretty boring when it's raining. So, yeah, it's good to see them out there, and all, you know, most of them are back on track. The only one is Scholes's car that went into the wall yesterday. So it's a shame to see that.
So there's the local man from Queenstown in the Tirana, number 26.
Sean Fowler.
Yep. Cool car, the leader in the 77 Holden Tirana. We'll see what his lead is at the moment and how quick he's going as he comes around turn 14. You don't want to get it wrong there. 14.4 seconds it was. He's doing around about 2 minutes and 1.4, and we'll see what the gap is. Back to Janine Douglas, who crosses the start-finish line now. It was 14 seconds, so she looks like she's catching up.
Yeah. She's very good. She races in HQ as well. But Sean Fowler, that car's actually the first time he's had the car to the track. He did have a white Tirana before that one, and you know, like first time out at the track, it's going really well. It's built by Rodney Heads up in Tauranga. For Sean, he does a real good job of building a car.
Well, Janine Douglas in that Commodore, we were trying to pump her up yesterday to get a breakthrough win in the muscle cars, and she got swamped by everyone on the last lap going over the bridge. It's possibly likely to happen again today, because that's what the reverse handicap grid races are all about. But she is closing in on 26, Sean Fowler. She's got him in the sights now. It was down to 4.8 seconds, but now he's firmly in her sights now. So she no doubt will grab that lead in just a moment. And the question is, with 5 laps to go, has she got the horsepower to be able to hold on as the rest of the field, including the flying Angus Fogg, come muscling their way up?
It's about in here where it starts to get a little bit more exciting, when the other cars start to close up on the back of the other ones, and you'll see them sort of probably get a little bit more twitchy in the corners, and the tyres are starting to sort of go off as well. So, you know, lack of traction and that sort of thing. So it'll be good to, you know, see how the reverse grid worked.
No air time for these two drivers. Totally focused on trying to make the most of clear air and maintain their advantage out in front, but for how long? But good to be able to say you've led the race and doing a good job too. And for these guys, normally at the back of the field in the scratch races, so you're swamped with lots of other traffic, but here you've got clear road, which is great for them from a driving point of view. So it was a big gap last time, but now Janine is going to pick her place to pass, make sure she's smooth and fast and gets it done without any damage. So it's Fowler and Douglas out in front. 4 laps to go. The rest of the field will start bunching up, and we'll get down to a very exciting finish around the Southern Loop. Shades of overseas tracks through Europe, like the Nürburgring and Hockenheim there. Turn this wasteland into a magnificent motorsport mecca in the South Island, and a good playground for the petrol heads.
Yeah, Sean's car is very similar to the one of Clark Hopkins that had the diff out of it last night, built by the same guy up in Auckland. So, and they're very, very similar powered cars. Sean's obviously, he's still trying to get to grips with the car and that sort of thing. So hopefully, in a year or so, he'll be at the pointy end of the field all the time.
Great shots here with the heat haze coming off the track at Highlands Motorsport Park. 4 kilometres, 14 turns, plenty of chases, plenty of places to pass as well. Coming round by that Repco sign over the back there. It starts with the parts, and the good thing about most of these cars is you still get parts for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Now they're starting to bunch up along that straight. Clark Hopkins in the other Tirana, scorching his way up and over the ripples. Templeton coming under fire, more air time up and over the hill. He loves that. Also 168 too. Shane Holland from Hamilton in that Chevy Camaro. There's number 8, Clark Hopkins.
Clark Hopkins in a very good position there, actually. I
think he might be able to actually grab the lead before Janine does.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's got a bit of horsepower too. So here's Tirana. What a cult car from the 70s.
Yeah.
Famous for their wins around Bathurst with the likes of Peter Brock. And here they are, enjoyed by the likes of these muscle car mania guys here in New Zealand. And he's bolted now. Oh, Bruce Cat Silverdale, bit of a touch. Gets it sideways, spins it back on. All the other guys hit the brakes, and he avoids a bit of carnage. Oh, how lucky was that?
It was good. Yeah, obviously.
What's happened to his roof, though?
I think it's all right. No, he's got it going again. So
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Another one of the classic liveries too, going back to the old days.
Yeah, that car was an well, like a copy of the old Coppins car back in the day with the old big bangers and that sort of thing. So, yeah.
The 50 Oldsmobile of Andy Knight out of Christchurch. They had a bit of drama. Hot and cold, that car. So here's what Bruce, he's just lost it there, isn't he?
Yeah, obviously a bit of a brake lock-up or something like that, and it's
sideways onto the grass, onto the tarmac, brings it back under control, avoids all the other cars, and they do a good job staying out of the way as well, because, I mean, you don't want to have to be searching for too many parts with these classic cars.
Yeah, the Camaros and the Mustangs and that, you can still get the parts out of the States and things like that. You can buy them sort of in places in New Zealand. They're pretty easy to get parts for, but the Australian stuff like the Falcons and the Commodores, you know, you just about got to buy another car to get parts for them, or unless you've got fiberglass panels which the Group 1 cars can run, and then you know you have a mould and you can just keep making panels as you need them. But obviously they don't want to have contact with the sport, and you know.
Yes, here comes Foggy, and now you can feel the roar of these big muscle cars as they head around the lake. That's called Loch Ness. And the man who's won 5 in a row now, 3 at Pukekohe in the last round, the opening 2 races here at Highlands Motorsport Park. Can he make it 6 in a row in the J.A. Russell Moselle's beautiful black and gold Ford Mustang 1970? And Angus Fogger, well-known New Zealand car builder from minis through to the V8s, champion bloke and a champion racer, and he's got this car really, he's found the sweet spot. He has made friends with this car. It started off, he had little trouble, little niggles, couldn't quite get it right, but now since Bathurst, he's had it tweaked up and he's hooked up and dialed up, so he's firmly setting his sights on trying to make it 6 races in a row, 2 laps to go. Fastest out there, 1:42 at the moment, and he's closing in.
Starting to make a move on Dean Hansen.
Famous HQ. Round the inside, they can see Foggy coming round the carousel. This is the sting part of the track because it goes off camber. Nicely done. Now down to the Alien Woods, turn 8, down to the hairpin. Plenty of room here for these big bangers to avoid contact but try and make the pass. Oh, he's come back, isn't he, the old HQ?
Yeah.
No, Foggy's got it done. Going to do the switch back here, crisscross. Holland hanging on to it at the moment.
Yeah, the HQ of Dean Hansen's, it's got a lot more torque out of the corner.
There's the leader, Clark Hopkins, number 8. So 4 seconds in front. So he's got that chance. 1 lap to go now. Can he hold on? If he's done a lot of work on that car, he'll be absolutely thrilled. Great to see the crowd enjoying the action here. They'll be loving this. Hot rods coming up at lunchtime, so it's last lap. What's the lead? The difference back to a flying 50, and that is Andy Knight. He's worked his way up through the field. So Andy Knight, 1.8 seconds behind. Angus Fogg, the third, further 10 seconds back down the track as they swoop around the southern loop. Can Clark Hopkins hold on here for a win? Number 8 out of Auckland in the 77 Holden Tirana. Andy Knight, 50 out of Christchurch. He's got the Oldsmobile pumped up, powered up. That seems to go hot and cold. He gets off to a great start and then sort of loses it, doesn't he?
Yeah, just has a few little issues and that sort of thing, just little things let you down, you know, like yesterday that the engine just sort of cut out and wouldn't fire again, you know, and things like that. You know, you can't sort of fix them on the side of the track or anything like that. So,
Foggy. Drama, Foggy. We were just talking about going 6 in a row. He may have been pushing it really hard, and he's almost got himself beached on the last lap.
Yeah, he's beached
really
on it, yeah.
Using that 800 horsepower to try and dig himself out of the dirt. So Clark Hopkins, I think he's got this done. But it's going to be all about Andy Knight. We'll take a look at the BP Ultimate Replay, and Foggy's just lost it. And he's got it onto the gravel all by himself. So it must have been just pushing down. Was it down by the bus stop? Anyway, up and over the bridge, back to the race. 2 or 3 corners to go. Can Clark Hopkins hold on? Can Andy Knight pinch it on the last corner? This is what happened yesterday. He's going to have a look down. Jets up down the inside. Closes in, but Clark shuts the door of the Roofing Industries car number 8. He's got the power down in the Holden Tirana. Tirana versus the Oldsmobile. Knight will try and hang it out wide. He doesn't want to go too wide on the wall, and side by side down to the line, Clark Hopkins holds on for a close finish, gets the win from a flying Andy Knight. Angus Fogg won't be third. The other guys team celebrating there.
Yeah, his crew will be happy with that, seeing they had to work through the night to get it back up and running again after it had a bent diff housing.
And Dean Hanson will come home in third place, 81. So it's Hopkins, Knight, Hanson, Ross, Wallace. Plenty of drama. And what happened to Angus Fogg? That will be the question. He doesn't look like a happy chappy, but I think after winning 5 in a row, he's still got the series lead.
Yes, yeah, he'll still hold on to it, I think, with that.
So very unexpected for the man in the black and gold, Angus Fogg. Just losing it on the last lap in the big Ford Mustang, but congratulations as we take a look and confirm the results in the third race of the weekend for the NZ Central Muscle Cars